All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh! Switch!
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
You draw Corker.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill to Mixon on the check down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's complete. Bernard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First down, Broncos.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. Then he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Here we go. 180.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's caught. Beckham. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, look, 3. Sunday.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now wins. He finds Beckham complete. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Single receiver. You must be
First and 10.
check 87.
Wentz now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's got Fuller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 39-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill now to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, LA. Damiere Byrd, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Recon, 132 fighter. Switch. One, go.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Topper.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Check nine. X3, 218, chopper. Kill. Hit it.
On third down, Bernard. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Broncos had 15 fourth-down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Here we go. 280. It's a safety creep.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
Second and 6. At the 16-yard line.
From the 16, Wentz. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham. His 4th touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan, and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Sunday. What we got? Under crush. 22 jet bomber. He's coming, double up.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Joe Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leo!
They run the counter. Mixon. There he goes again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Balaj. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 16, watch 16. He's checking crap.
They'll run here with Balaj. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On play action, it's Wentz. The pass complete. It's Bird. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 40 yards. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Come 61, matchbox lights. Check 13.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Play action, it's Tannehill. Steps away. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go. Rock it.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Wentz. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill. And he slings one that's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. On the move to his left. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 280. Sunday. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Corky, 82, Corky.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pilot, 64, win. Let's go.
Now Bernard, and an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Play action. Now Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
61, matchbox lights.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this one complete to Smith. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Balaj. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
That's the way. 6 guys. Kill. Great 57. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Here. Go, D. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now it's Tannehill. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
80 weapon. Go, go.
They snap it to Tannehill. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Wentz now on first down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, Sam off.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here? And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Wentz. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Broncos 14. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a carry for Bernard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
You get blocked, you're out.
On 2nd down now, Bernard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Kill. X3, 218, chopper. Under 10, 10. Check. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here
we go on 4th. Tannehill. He finds his target, Fuller. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is A little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Again, it's Balaj. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Strip the ball. Strip that.
They run it with Balaj. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he finds Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Empty. Wentz to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year.